Evening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Nang Talks Boxing. Now, I've just watched a really strange fight with a really strange ending. Of course, one of the top up and coming guys, especially on social media, Ben Whittaker. He's he fought just a couple of minutes ago on the undercard of Better Beer versus Beevil, and well, there's a couple of things to say about this fight because it was a decent fight and a terrible ending to a decent fight, which was heating up even more at the time that it ended. So yeah, let's go through it. So in the first round, it was fairly straightforward. It wasn't like a particularly dominant round or anything, but I would say Whittaker round for sure. And then after that, it's very much in the mix who you gave those rounds afterwards to. But I think you have to give credit to both guys in the scoring of the fight. Now, I saw a lot of guys in the build up to this fight, which is why I wish I'd done a prediction video for this fight, saying that it was going to be a walkover job for Ben Whittaker. But clearly, those guys hadn't seen Liam Cameron fight before, especially his fight against Lyndon Arthur last time out, which was on it was a Wasserman show. So yeah, I was hoping Liam Cameron would make a good account of himself, and I thought he would as well. And in this case, I believe he has, despite how the fight ended. So yeah, let's talk a bit about the ending because that was really really strange, the ending. So I believe it was the end of round 5 or 6, I believe, 1 to 2. Um, they were against the ropes in the clinch, and I forgot who was where, but one of them leaned over the other, and they basically lost balance and went over the top rope. And that's the first time I've ever watched anything like that live. Absolutely insane. Um, now, it didn't look like Liam Cameron was injured in this exchange, but Ben Whittaker clearly from early on, as soon as he got back in the ring, was insinuating that something had happened to somewhere around the region of, his legs, his ankle, somewhere around that region. We're going to find out where that actually is pretty soon, because pretty soon after it happened, um, his corner was saying, "Get the wheelchair, get the wheelchair," and then eventually he was wheeled out on the wheelchair. Now, what do I go on to next? So yeah, let's say beforehand, why I say it was getting really interesting is, and commentary actually mentioned this. I was on the Sky Sports commentary, which of course was very pro Whittaker, but um, they noticed as well that Liam Cameron was coming on strong and having a lot of success, landing a lot more, and he was even finding range for things like his jab. So it seemed the longer this fight was going on, the more he was finding that success. So it was a very unfortunate ending considering that. And he was landing with regularity on Whittaker. And it was almost looking like, give it a couple more rounds, Whittaker could fall apart in this one. But yeah, I guess we'll never know, as was it Kanye once said. But yeah, let's talk about what happened with the ending a bit more. So, of course, I told you about how the ending happened. But yeah, so Ben Whittaker goes out in the wheelchair. But then there was a lot of question about what the referee was going to do. I think the general consensus was going to be, they'll just call it a no contest, no decision, whatever. Have a good night. But no, they didn't. So just Liam Cameron left in the ring. They go to the scorecards and they read 58-57 Whittaker, 58-57 Cameron, and then 58-58. So a technical draw, split technical draw, and a strange ending to another strange ending, because of course Whittaker wasn't in the ring when the outcome was announced. So that made it even weirder. And Cameron was very clearly displeased with the outcome. The the scorecards. But I guess the final question is, what happens next? Because of course, controversial ending. Cameron was starting to get the better of Whittaker before that happens. So, do we get the rematch? If so, who wins? Let me know down below, and thank you for tuning in.